Good evening and welcome to Soul Fulfilling. Thank you for coming on board with us tonight. My name is Rickie Byars, and I'm joined this evening by Life Coach Ademola Anifawoshe, also known as Life Coach Ade.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. and also Jeff Nuss came back to work. We're glad that Jeff came back. What was that day? What was that? What did you say, Ade?
He's no longer protesting.
He's no longer protesting. What are you eating at 3 in the
I know. I caught myself. I was hoping when we go off screen to take it out since you put me on blast.
Hi, Rosalind. Rosalind is the winner, the new winner of the week. Oh, we got Kiana. Hey, B Hood. Come on into the room. Where to find the face of God? In the river, in the laughter, in the soul. Where to find the face of God? In the river, in the laughter, in the soul. What is it you know of God? Hey, Max. Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy. What is it you know of God? Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy. Where to hear the song of God? In the children, in the chanting, in the home. Where to hear the song of God? In the children, in the chanting, in the home. Where to find the strength of God? In the quiet of surrender, in your tears. Where to find the strength of God? The quiet of surrender, in your tears. La 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 la. Whoa. La 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 la. In the heart of spirit daughter, the one who's truly free, is the way of greater wisdom, the dance of unity. She's dreaming with the moon and rising with the sun. Her light reveals the answer to questions as they come. A question posed by one is, where do you find the strength of God? The face of God. Where to find the face of God? The river, in the laughter, in the soul. Where to find the face of God? In the river, in the laughter, in the soul. What is it you know of God? Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy. What is it you know of God? Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy. La 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 la. La 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 la. Where to hear the song of God? The children, in the chanting, in the home. In the children, in the chanting, in the home. In the children, in the chanting, in the song. Ashe. How's everybody doing?
Yes.
I love you, Mama Rickie. Hey, Kendall. And Marion, oh my goodness. Love you too. There's a verse about the brothers. It's like, it says, in the heart of spirit, brother, the one who's truly free is the way of great expression, a shiny destiny. He listens to the wind and knows that all is one. His light reveals the answer to questions as they come. A question posed by one is, where do you find the strength of God? Where to find the strength of God? In the quiet of surrender, in your tears. Where to find the strength of God? In the quiet of surrender, in your tears. What is it you know of God? Greater giving, greater loving, greater joy. La 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 la. La 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 la. That song. Oh, that's such a beautiful song.
Yes, it is. Oh, oldie goodies. Ooh, yeah.
Yes. This is Greek Goddess. Hi, Garrett. Got my little mac and cheese is on. So everybody keep on coming in. So, Ade, how is life looking these days?
I can tell you how today's looking.
Hey, that is the best. That's the best response I've ever heard, saw, felt.
Felt, right, exactly. Resonated with. Aligned, allowed.
Aligned.
Surrendered to. Well, actually, today I went to London to see my dad. He came from Nigeria recently.
Oh, wow. When's the last time you seen your father?
About 2 years ago.
Wow.
About 2 years ago, early part of 2019. Mm-hmm. And it was good to see him, to be with him, to massage his feet, to massage his legs, and, just to have a conversation with him. And it's good. I mean, on my way there, my younger sister was like, "Where are you? Your dad wants you." And I said, "I'm on my way." And then she gave the phone to him. He's like, "Where are you?" I said, "Okay, I'm in Clapham Junction. The next one is East Croydon." And he was still trying to speed up the process, to get there on time. But being calm, my dad does that. When he talks to me, he's usually kind of like, "Oh, so where are you? Okay, I just want to know where you are." But when he's talking to my sisters, it's like, "Where is he? How long is it going to take? Is he staying till tomorrow?" But when I'm there, he doesn't say that to me. But I'm recognizing that we have such a connection that we have deep conversations, and sometimes we don't even need to say much. Just being in his presence.
Yes.
To look at my father, who to me, there was a time in my life where this man was big.
Yes.
It's my dad. Yeah. And now I'm looking at my dad, looks small.
Yeah.
And it's reflecting life to me in a different way. The cycles that we go through. And none of it is good or bad. It's just what is.
Yes.
I mean, and he jokes about it. Last time he was here, he caught me. I mean, he doesn't miss anything. I got a lot from him. I was looking at him, but I didn't know he noticed. And he said, "Oh, you're looking at your father and wondering, how did he get so small?" I was like, damn. Yes, I was, but I didn't even know how you knew that's what I was doing.
Busted.
Because I didn't think yeah, busted big time. And it's such a visceral way to learn the cycles of life. You know, my mom made her transition about 11 years ago, but during that time I was in America, so I never was in a space. And she was still youngish. She was in the 70s. And my parents, they always look young. They're healthy. So even my mom, when she went to the hospital, I'm thinking she'll be back home. When actually Spirit told me she was transitioning before she did.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I cried. I cried. I cried. When she finally left the body, I really didn't have any tears.
Yeah.
The only time I had tears was when I hear my siblings crying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Something about hearing them cry made me cry.
I know. It makes you cry. Yeah.
Yes.
I think the little boy, the little kid in us kicks in.
Yes. Yes. So the cycle of life, the circle of life, death, rebirth, growth, where the parents now become the children and we become the parent. Those things sometimes we don't always acknowledge it, see it, recognize it until maybe there's a health challenge or caregiving. And it's one of those things I find that it's not hard to talk about. It's challenging to explain it to people if they've never gone through it.
Well, we have somebody on the thread right now who has stated that their mother is making the transition. And it might be, so they said, and she said, Rickie. So she's still in the world, and they're playing my music and listening to her, and they have the show on probably right now. And so the way that life unfolds for us is also so much a part of our journey and what we came to know. You know, the way we came to see it. And I even appreciate you saying that when you saw your father, you massaged his legs, you massaged his feet. I don't know any men that I know that have said those words. You know, I don't know that they had those kinds of relationships with their father. I don't even know if they had that kind of relationship with the mom. I did, you know. Well, listen, my mama made you rub her feet, okay, every night. And she had the things you got to put this one on first, this one second, and these were third. And her feet were so soft. I'm going like, man, when you find a man for you, he gon' crumble because these feet gonna be so soft. Her feet was so soft, and you know, everybody knew how she wanted it. And she'd go to this store called Sally's, and she'd get these special foot ointments that would, you know, keep the roughness off of her left, because the left heel would always have a little more rough than the right heel. And, you know, and just the relationships that she had with her body that she encouraged and made a part of her ritual, rubbing her feet, you know, massaging her legs, massaging her arms, because she used to hurt a lot. So just having a mom that I could do that too. And you taking care of your dad like you did, and you might not even think of it as taking care of, you were loving your father.
Yes.
You know, we're loving them. We're not, you know, we use the words taking care, but we're loving them.
Yes. Yes.
At the place where we can, and the places where they will allow.
Yes.
Because we can only love as much as they will allow.
Indeed.
That's the other part. And
And
some
he
people
lets me in.
you know, some people on the thread might have parents that won't allow them to do anything.
True.
You know, and then Mama Asali is on, and you know, and she's allowing everything, but she won't allow them to play nothing but Rickie's music. I hear I'm walking. Mama is listening. My heart is full, but I'm walking with God. Kendall, is that you or is that Safi? I wonder.
I think it's
That's
Safi.
Safi. I see it's Safi. Hi, Safi. We're with you. We're with you every step of the way here. The last sense to go before crossing the veil is hearing. So we have songs we can hear. That's Safi's song. Safi done snatched the song. Safi and Reese. What kept me sad was a story in my head about what I never had. said, but I can sing a song. This flowers gave to me. It helps me to be strong. It helps me to be free. Now when I'm walking with you, I'm walking with God. When I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. When I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. When I'm laughing with you, I'm laughing with God. When I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. In the arms of my friend, I'm in the arms of God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. Everything. There is a road, a journey we must take. Starts from within. It's just the thought away. I can sing a song. The flowers gave to me and the Spirit, and it helps me to be strong. It helps me to be free. Now when I'm walking with you, walking with God. When I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. When I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. God is all of it. Every phase of it. For me, I believe when we get our ID, getting that right ID, what we are identified in and with, we get really helps me. Helps me to be strong.
Yes.
It helps me to be free when I know who I am, you know, and that God is having his way right here and right now in, through, and as me, as everyone on the thread in all the phases of our living. We're here showing God, knowing God, glowing God,
Delivering
bestowing God.
Yes.
Growing God. All the owings, flowing God. And we never owe God. We ain't never owing God. Some people's like, that's the only one I ain't owed. I'm owing American Express, the IRS, you know.
But if God is all there is,
Then everything is God.
so even the owing is God.
Yeah.
And can you owe God the unlimited, the infinite? You don't owe nothing. You're just helping them, you know, keep them in business. People who are going to call you up and chase you up, the credit people, you keeping them in business. You can give them a job or something to do.
Right.
The credit collect. So we're keeping the flow going.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't have that, they wouldn't have a job. Because everything is God.
That's right. I never thought of it that way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But you're right. We do. They, you know, and many of the people we actually pay for their jobs. You know, we pay their salaries.
They forget and they're going to get indignant.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I'm paying you.
So if you don't stop, I'm not going to pay you.
Right.
You better straighten up. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. And straighten up and fly right.
Papa, don't you do something, something, right? Isn't there
Hold
part of
on,
that?
Papa, don't you lose your cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dr.
never
Barbara taught
sang.
us that song.
Yeah,
Dr.
I never
Barbara,
learned that song.
I didn't know the song. I learned it through Dr. Barbara. She would sing it sometimes. I'm like, but now I feel like, yeah,
Did
I
you say
remember that song.
Dr.
Dr.
Barber?
Barbara.
Oh my God, that's how we met
Yes,
at the
yes,
Hillside Truth Center.
yes. You brought the
Yes,
choir there, and oh my God, that is one of the most amazing concerts I've seen to date. I wish that could be duplicated, and you
yeah,
all in the choir stand. I mean, I think what's the prayer song? Well, your song is a prayer song. It will come to me, but I remember the choir. This day I awoke with a prayer.
yeah. I was going to sing that today. I'll sing it later. Yeah,
Yes,
make me stronger.
make me stronger, right? And then after they finish, you did your sign and stuff, and you said, "Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
Isn't that song beautiful?" And you said, "I'm not saying it from an ego perspective. I'm saying how God comes through." And that was such a mind shift. It's like, yeah, you can affirm what you create. And
yeah,
it doesn't have to be an ego thing. You can affirm the ego from an ego perspective. But and then after you talked about the song, you just went back to this. Let's do it again. You were kind of playful, joyful, like in the moment. It wasn't the sort of concert that was like, we do this and then we do that and we talk for 5 minutes. And no, you were like, let's do it again. And it's like, ooh, make me stronger. Make me stronger. Make me stronger. I thought when I saw my dad today, I was going to cry because
yeah,
he's having a health challenge. And when he came
yeah,
back, well, when he came here, suddenly had some stuff going on. And I thought, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I
yeah,
talked to my lady. I said, I might need to, when I get closer to the hospital, I might need to talk to you to kind of hold me up. She's like, you be all right. Your dad knows you cry. He knows you cry. I said, yeah, I know, but I don't want him to see me cry. I mean, I don't think I would. I knew that I wasn't going to be boohooing, but tears really. It was not so much.
yeah,
But anyway, when I got in there and I saw him, it's like something else took over. It's like, that's my dad. I just went over and gave him a hug. I remember thinking, oh, here I am thinking I was going to cry. And not that there's anything wrong with crying or being
yeah,
teary or anything like that.
yeah,
But I recognized when I saw him, something shifted in me. I just wanted to embrace him. And we had that moment together. You were talking about your mom telling you, do this, do that. He wanted me to shave him, which I did. And I remember shaving him one time 2 years ago, and he was a little bit fussy. You didn't do this part very well. Because I only started using razor. I never used to use razor. So when I was shaving him, I was very careful. I didn't want to cut him. And he
yeah.
was like, yeah, you need to come back over here and do this. So today I was a little bit nervous, and he was going, I'm like, okay, Dad. Okay, Dad. So I just allowed myself to be like a little boy whose
Yeah.
father is teaching how to shave.
Yeah.
But all of that, it's like those experiences, they're going to live with me. They live with me right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
I'm
he
grateful.
flew here. He flew here to be with you.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing. How many years alive is your dad?
87.
Oh, he's a baby. Easy for me to say.
I love that.
Hey,
You're such
check it. Look. Uncle George is 94, right?
Really?
Uncle George is 94. And get this, people. Uncle George had, and those of you who've been in the thread, hey, Ray Davis, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Like that, cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Yeah, he knows the words to straighten
Ray,
up
go
and
get
fly
your
right.
trumpet and sing. We'll bring the camera to you. Go get your trumpet. We'll come back. Oh, look at you.
Oh, no, So anyway, Uncle George had a great portion of his leg amputated back in May, on May 4th. That was the day that my uncle, his leg came off, most of it. And so he's been recovering from that surgery and getting stronger in his upper body and doing the work that he needs to do. And, just trying to get strong enough, getting different things in his house. Because when you don't have a leg, you got to learn how to balance. You got to learn, and my uncle was already a pretty tough guy, in his body, but he needed to get tougher on that leg that he still had and get stronger. And so he'd been working with the walker and trying to get that together. He's got a ramp. And I'm in between, and my brothers have been going down to help him. And I love this conversation because we're talking about men taking care of men, and you don't hear that. I don't hear that conversation much I'm around women a lot, and a lot of times I'm hearing the stories about how women took care of their parents. But I don't hear, I'm not around as many men, so I don't get to hear the stories of how men and help their fathers or their uncles or their, their significant others. And I know that men do, but I just don't know those stories. So hearing you talk about your father is very special. My brothers have been there with my Uncle George, and they take turns being there. My uncle lives in Georgia and not Atlanta. He's way back there, and he's got 3 acres, and he's doing his thing, and his wife passed in the last fall, and she was like 97. She was a cougar. Well, anyway, so
Black Panther.
She was a panther, and
she was a Black Panther, right?
Well, yesterday we got the news that Uncle George took his walker, went down the ramp, got in his car, and drove my brother to the airport and drove back. Wow. 70 miles to Savannah. 60 miles to Savannah and back, and 60 miles back, because he wanted to drive, because he loves to drive. This is the man just 2 years ago. He went, he took a train all the way up to Philadelphia to buy that Cadillac, and drove it back. He was 92 when he did that. So he went to Philly to get a caddy that he really liked and that he got for a good price. And we were like, you did what? No hotel room or nothing. He just slept on the train and turned around and came back. But these are the years. And your dad came to feel your love and to be with you. And that's a beautiful thing.
It's a blessing. I'm grateful.
Yeah. And here's a shout out to those of us who are taking care of parents still. It's such a privilege.
Oh, my God.
It's such a privilege.
It is the greatest service.
Yeah.
It is the greater love.
Yeah.
To give back to what gave to you, to give back to where you came from. Mm-hmm. I am aware that some people don't have that, in the sense of maybe the relationship was frayed many years ago. Right. But love doesn't really care where you give love. Give the love. It's all the same. Love is just looking for an outlet. Are you the outlet? Love will rush through. And I understand, sometimes there are people wish they had that with their parents, and sometimes it's a decision. Yeah. To say, you know what, I'm going to choose this differently. And maybe when they make the transition, you can go there.
Right.
But, love is just looking for an outlet. Be the outlet. Yeah.
And don't be all mad because your dad is weird, or you didn't have the relationship you wanted before he died and all of that. We need to heal that stuff if we can. Yeah. Because I didn't have that kind of relationship with my own father. And I was like, hey, but I have my uncle. If I didn't have my uncle, shoot, we got Jeff.
Uncle Jeff?
How you doing,
Uncle
Jeff?
I know. That's what I was going to say.
Looking for me to rub your feet, brother. You ain't
not happening. It's not happening.
What's the good news, Jeff? How are you feeling?
Turn the mic on.
I'm feeling well, thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. I have felt this last week the best I've felt for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
You getting sleep?
I got.
Tell me a lie.
Okay.
Okay, she gave you permission to lie. You went south on that one. Tell me a lie.
I actually got 8 hours of sleep. Over 8 hours of sleep.
When? Wow. This week?
This morning.
Oh, this morning.
Yes, I have a Fitbit app that keeps track of when I sleep.
That is legendary for you.
I'm surprised.
That's excellent. Well, we don't get too happy about it because there's always tonight.
Yeah, because this weekend I won't sleep.
Well, okay, but you're getting good sleep on the way. You're soaring up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I slept well.
That's good.
And since I'm talking now, I want to ask everyone how it sounds tonight, because I've been working over here, and we thought there may have been some issues to begin with, but it doesn't sound like there is. So if everybody thinks it sounds good tonight, then
does it sound good tonight, everybody? Let us know.
We do have some sound engineers who often let us know. So they haven't said anything, so I have to just take it and say, "Yep, we're good."
Safi said, Mama tried to pop me for kissing her too much. All that I must do. She's so happy. She's with her mom. That's so cool. She's with her mother. All right, so Kiana says it sounds good. So if Kiana says so, sounds so good, don't you agree? Sexy chocolate, sexual chocolate. Oh, coming to America never stops.
Part 3.
It never
Brought to you by the Bee
stops.
Hood.
And be good in the Bee Hood. Man, this was such a magnificent day. This is the first day in a long time that I've gone to the beach, to the water, because I considered, I was like, wow, I live in California. People move to California. People vacation in California just so that they could be close to the water. And I never go. And I wanted to change that. I was like, I need to smell that air. I need to see the water. I ain't getting in that water right now. I was good enough to get close to it. That's all I needed. I didn't need to immerse myself
Was
in.
it too cold, or is it too cold?
Oh, I don't even ask those questions. For me, the Pacific right now, right in Venice, and they're still cleaning up stuff. So I don't get in the water much in America. When I'm privileged enough to go to Hawaii, or some other places, I would, and maybe I would here. I just getting in the water is big for me. I don't swim that well. And a lot of times the water is not all that clean. So I like baths, so I take nice baths. But when I went to the ocean today, just being with the water spirits, the sun, the sand, the sound of the ocean, and the distance from the city was just really good, and because most of the time I'm with trees. Like now, I got trees everywhere. Most of the time I'm with the plants, but today I was just for a little while. I wasn't even there that long, but I was there long enough to get restored in here,
Yes.
In here, just to feel the beauty of this magnificent earth and to give thanks for the way this earth is designed. Yeah, she's designed so beautifully. God created it so well.
Always loving us.
This day I awoke with a passion in my heart, a feeling of longing, a thirst so strong. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. My prayer today is for courage to be what the Holy Spirit intends for me. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. When I worry, make me calm. Where there is strife, make me loving. When my heart is hard, make me forgiving. When I would be right, make me forgiving. My prayer today is for courage to be what the Holy Spirit intends for me. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. to reveal more peace. I must be patient to reveal more love. I must be humble to reveal more power. Make me stronger to reveal more peace, more love, more joy, more joy. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. This is my prayer today. Oh God. This peace. More peace, more love, more joy, more joy, more peace, more joy, more, more peace, more love, more joy, more joy. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. This is my prayer today, oh God. Ashe. It's like when I come out of the box and I just sing the song differently, I can hit any note. When I sing the song like I've done it year after year, it's like, I don't have that note anymore. I have the note. I just am not interested in that position of it. You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, and my stubbornness shows up as,
And joy is like, really, child? You're like, okay. Let me
because
free
on the
myself.
way down there, you're wondering, can I do it? And if you've ever been an athlete and run a race, and you get ready for a master's tournament, or you just run anyway, and and questions, you remember what you used to be, the way you used to do it, the way you, and those things are, when you're in the moment, you're not in the past. When you're in the moment, you're not in the future. When you're in the moment, you're in the moment, and you're there. But in that song, every time in that place, I go like, am I going to be able to make that note? Because I'm singing it like you expect me to sing it. Instead of singing it freely,
How was it come out in the moment?
Yes. Let it go. Just let it go like it goes. I love to hear, sometimes when Georgia sings it, she goes, Uncle Rob.
Yes.
More peace, more love, more joy, more. And he goes like, joy. He's some outraged. He does something,
Does his thing.
And Ray Davis too, these tenors with that falsetto that they can just do it. So she lets him do it. She gives it to him, but she actually can hit the note. But I like the way she does it when she says, Uncle Rob, Uncle Rob. So, Uncle Rob ain't here tonight.
Right. So you get what you get. You get Rickie. But Rickie, I got a request.
Joy, more joy, So we're preparing to
Can I ask a question?
be here present. Yes.
As I listen to that song, I mean, there's something about when you sing the songs that there were tour guides during my spiritual growth, during challenging times, during times when I was homeless. You know, when I didn't know, I'm like, I'm doing all of this and I'm here when I didn't have money. So on the show, I hear them differently. And one of the questions I had was, what gave birth? Ooh, is it just me or is it just me? Because Rickie disappeared. So let me know on if it's just me. Maybe I'm the one that disappeared because I don't see Rickie right now. I'm Flip Rules. I'm about the church of what's happening now. I know that's right, Ray. All right. So is it just me? Am I the one? Oh, okay. She blacked out. Yeah, because I was asking what gave birth to the song. So clearly she was giving us the answer. The blackness gave birth to the song. She's going to retrieve the story. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, Rosalind. Thank you, Arinda. Hope I pronounced your name right. Yes, one of those things. She'll be back. So, you know, those songs, as I was saying, for me, especially the early ones, they fed me. They reminded me of who I was and who I am. Oh, Kiana, I didn't know you said laptop. I'm like, whoa, really? Calm down now. But I think you're right. It's actually a laptop because she's out of the green room now. Yeah, she'll be here in a minute. That's why. Oh, Jeff is the one talking. Yeah. I got this. So those songs, they reminded me and continue to remind me of what is true when I forget. There's something happens when I'm with on the show with Rickie and hearing it hits me differently. God is all there is. If God is all there is, everything is God. I really was emotional, not in a sad way, but I would just go, okay, stay focused, because it touched a deeper part of me. And I often like to know what gave birth to the story. What gave birth to this story. And we all have stories. Earlier, Rickie and I were talking about the gifts that we have that we must set free. They say a gift is not a gift until you give it away. And sometimes we spend a lot of time trying to give the gift and we don't know how. Who's going to pay for it? Would anybody be interested in a gift? But a gift is nothing until you give it away. And you must receive your own gift. When you receive your gift, you're less attached to if people are going to receive it. When you receive it, when you know I have to express. I had an experience just before the show. A friend of mine shared something with me, and I heard it was in a WhatsApp message, and I read it, and I went back to cooking, and there were some things that she mentioned in there that was like, interesting. One of the words, I'll just say this, one of the words was Trinity. And I was like, oh, Trinity. And she had a dream. I'll just say those two things. I'm not going to put a business out on the street. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Jeff's fault.
Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff, man. Uncle Jeff didn't see that the computer wasn't plugged in.
Kiana called it.
Another mistake like that in the Great Pumpkin is going to pass us over.
I don't remember what I was saying. I was talking about gifts. And I see people saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. But remind me what I was saying and we'll come back to it. Because what I was asking you before you went into the black hole.
Yes.
Is what gave birth to the song.
Oh, I got a great story.
I know what I was saying about it.
This song right here was a dream. I had a dream.
Just talking about a dream. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a dream, and what I could catch from the dream was this. So I had more peace, more love, more joy, So I had that, and I wanted to build a song around that. And so when I sat with Michael to write, I said, I got this new song, because we were the hot songwriting team, man. And I was like, so this is the song. More peace, more love, more joy, more joy. And he's like, this day I awoke with a passion in my heart, a feeling of longing, a thirst so strong, I want to be better. And I'm going like, that ain't got nothing to do with what it was I'm doing. I'm going like, brother, what you talking about? I didn't say that, but
You were thinking it?
I wanted to go like, like Al Stowe. I want to go like, but I didn't. I was like, And so I said, but you don't hear this right here? He said, I hear, this day I awoke with a passion in my heart. So I just kind of I took a deep breath and I surrendered, and I just listened to this day. And then I said, this day I awoke with a passion in my heart, a feeling of longing, a thirst so strong. I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. And then we just wrote the song. We just kept working with it, and make me patient when I worry. Right. And so then, make me calm where there is strife. Make me loving when my heart is hard. Make me forgiving when I would be right. And that part right there got me. Make me forgiving when I would be right. Like, yeah, you're right. Of course you're right. But can you be forgiving? And my prayer today is for courage to be. I revisited that line, what the Holy Spirit intends for me. I want to be better.
Yes.
At loving. I want to be more open, But he said, I want to be better, an opening for God to make me stronger. And so when we got stronger to reveal more peace, in my mind, I can't wait to get to where this is going to go. Longer to reveal more power, make me stronger to reveal. And when this came, more peace, more love, more joy, more joy. I was like, Sometimes what we get is the dessert of life, because that part right there is just the dessert. It's such a good part of the song.
Yes, it is.
But the meal, the pre-meal, the courses before the dessert were necessary.
Yes.
So I woke up with the part that we're here to reveal more peace, more love, more joy, more joy. And that's what I took from the dream. It's more peace, more love, more joy, more joy. And sometimes we would open concerts, the choir with just that in rotation. More peace, more love, more joy. It was just so beautiful. You were like surround sound with all these harmonies, just more peace, more love, more joy, more joy.
Yes.
But that part, this day I awoke with a passion in my heart. It's the journey.
Yes, indeed.
It's the journey to get there.
Indeed. That's how it lands for me. Like this is me having a conversation with the divine.
Yeah.
And even in the song, how you just slow it down. More peace. Almost like, okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah.
I'm listening. And I'm not only am I listening, I heard it differently, which inspired, it brought up the question of asking how you came about. And I just want to say this because Reese reminded me what I was saying earlier. I was saying a gift is not a gift until you give it away. And it is important to receive the gift, because when we receive our own gift, we are less attached to if it's received or not.
Right.
Because our gift makes a way for us. So even while you're giving your gift, you're less concerned with if people are receiving it.
Right. That's right.
And
That's
you're
right.
like, oh, that was good. And somebody else might be like, that ain't nothing for me. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because I get the reward, the blessing of me receiving my own gift.
Yeah. And delivering
and I
it.
Oh, don't get me started. And then I was sharing like sometimes the gift will put you in place. I don't know if the gift does it, but we find ourselves in a place where we're uncomfortable. I was sharing about a friend who has a dream. She said some things, and it reminded me that what she's going through something, and there were some things in the dream that reminded me when she told me about a similar experience she was having. And I felt like I needed to tell her. This was on WhatsApp. And then I thought, she didn't call me for reading or to explain her dream. I was like, ooh, but I could feel that I needed to say something. But I said, okay, I need to make sure if it's me that want to say something, because I think I put it together. So I just paused and just asked for guidance. Should I share this with her? And I got yes. And even while I was sharing it, I sent it through WhatsApp. I was a little bit nervous, like, oh, you didn't ask me that. There were times when surrendering, receiving the gift, you're going to find yourself in a vulnerable place. But that doesn't mean you don't give the gift, because the gift is for you. The gift is for me. It makes us whole. What people do with the gift is really not as important. When you were singing this song, you weren't thinking, oh, one day you're going to be heard and people are going to be listening to it and talking about how you change your life. You were in the moment, receiving the dream, and you and Michael then took it to the next level, and it just becomes, and when we hear it, it's
and
like,
then the choir took it to the next level.
To the next, oh yeah.
And then Rob McDonald took it to the next level.
Yes.
You know, and then then I did it on my CD, and other people have too. You know, it's like you just don't know. You know, it's just an amazing journey. You know, with gifts and finding what you said though is like there's a point. You know, I had a vocal coach. I never really had a coach. I had a voice teacher, but my vocal coach taught me how to sing a song, how to really read a song. Nobody ever taught me that. But this guy discovered me on the beach. I was singing at the Sidewalk Cafe in Venice Beach, and he discovered me on the beach. And I've told this story a few times. He was a quiet little dope dealer, but I didn't know that part.
You wouldn't have listened to him if you did.
Anyway, he was a little Jewish guy, and I didn't even know that part either. But you know, but he was like, open your eyes, you know, when you sing. And I was like, who's this guy? He says, just open your eyes. They're beautiful. Because I would sing, but my eyes were closed, you know, just because I didn't want to be singing in that place, you know, after I thought my life was going to be different. I'm here. I got a new baby. You know, I'm not in New York anymore, and I'm in LA. I don't know nobody, blah, 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 you know. And so this guy would come by, and then he would go like, look on that side of the room sometimes. Look on that side. He was just telling me things to do. Then that became, can I coach you? And he had told me, given me some of his credentials that were very impressive. So when he came over to my house, I was smart enough to know the difference between somebody who knows what they're talking about and people who don't. Because I had already sung in front of huge groups before he came along. So what he came with needed to be real. Well, baby, let me tell you, it was real. And he taught me how to sing a song so well that then my work began. This table isn't listening to you. You got to get their attention. So it would be those kinds of assignments. He would give me 3 lessons a week. He would come to my house. He would show up at my gigs, and he would be there to help me really master this way of reading a song. And I got to the point where there was no room that I couldn't slay. I could capture any room, you know. And I had the wherewithal to know just what to do in the circumstances that presented themselves, because I wasn't cocky. I was just very much in the present moment. That's what he taught me how to do, right? He taught me his own thing. And then when he came to Agape, he didn't care too much for what was happening there. He thought I was great there, but he thought other stuff that was going on there didn't fit him, right? And he had some thoughts about some other people. So he kind of, he kind of stayed around because I was still in the nightclub singing sometimes, and he'd be there, and he'd go like, that table in the back is talking. You should get them. I was like, I don't care that they're talking. I say maybe they need to talk. And he faded from my life. I didn't need him anymore. He told me, he says, you don't need me anymore. He says, you're good enough to be Bette Midler and any of those people, but you're not going for it like they go for it like that. He says, so you got to follow your road. And we said goodbye. But that was after like about 3 years of coaching daily. So my point is, I forgot my point. Oh yeah.
You're talking about a gift.
Yeah, the gift that he gave me was the first gift was to care about people. Then the second gift he gave me was to leave me alone. You know what I mean? He made me strong enough that I didn't have to care about getting them, getting their heart. It's like I was singing from the heart of God now.
Yes.
It didn't matter. And that's what you're saying. It's like when we are in that place, when you're giving your gift selflessly and devotionally and fully and with joy, it's like, hey, you did your part. You did your part.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I do things that I do sometimes. Like, I don't know about you, but it was good. I had a good time.
And like with your dad, though.
Yes.
Getting full circle with your father.
Yes.
Bringing your best because you love him. Because you appreciate him. Because of what because of the part that connects to you.
Yes.
And how much he dialed into you. It's like that's because of him you exist.
Indeed.
And so, it's just like we have respect and love. Even with our parents that it didn't work out so well. We thought it worked out just well because you here.
That's it.
It worked out swell. You exist.
That's it. That's
so
right.
Keep on moving, baby.
They brought the juice, you say, right? They brought the juice. Whoever's not around brought the juice.
Right. They got the juice. Mama gave me access. Daddy gave me juice.
And you needed both.
You needed both. My mom said yes. But dad did something, man. Dad is, is powerful. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for coming and thank you for forgiveness for, but see, when I went out, you had moments with Ade alone. Yes. And I know that was priceless.
But what's beautiful too is when I asked the question, it went to black. And then you came back and said the story came from a dream. Yeah. For me, the dream comes from that dark place, that black place, that realm where there's everything and nothing. It was divine. There are no mistakes in God.
No mistakes. No mistakes. God is good. Hey, Christabel, Muhammad. Man, I got some strong friends on. Jason Mitchell is in the house tonight. And I thought I saw Mickey Maxwell in the house. Renda. Yes. Marion. So thank you, everybody. Eileen, Danielle. Your presence here, Rosalind, it wins the prize. Just Erica, I love you. Ray Davis forever. And Safi and the whole family, Mama Asali, Kiana. I'm still serious about the clothes, Kiana. It's just so good to have us all here together. I really appreciate our meet here. It fills my heart because I'm ready to have my own center, but I know y'all ain't coming to it, so we can meet on the Zoom.
You think you're gonna be in a physical center and this folks ain't gonna find a way there? You're in for a surprise. You keep believing that.
we'll see how it pans out. But in any event, we just wish everybody the best. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Life Coach Ade. Thank you, Jeff Nuss. Thank you all who joined us tonight. God bless you. God keep you. Walk in God. Peace, love, and radiant light. Ashe. Ashe.